Hello everyone, bit of unfortunate news. You may notice that the map looks a little bit different than last time. So I recorded an episode earlier and had a bit of a recording issue where it didn't actually save my commentary in Audacity. So, to negate that, I guess what we're going to do is... Let's see, I played some levels. I beat Tinker Knight last episode, so that shouldn't matter. But this episode, what I did is I did 2 levels. I believe I did this one, the Machine Ladder Factory, and I did this one, Birder Bluffs Cyclone Sierra. So I did these 2 levels in this episode, but there's no commentary. So I think I'm going to redo these 2 levels and actually do commentary over them. Even though I've completed it, I'll just complete it again and it just won't be blind. And then the rest of the current episode, I did some Joustus fights. I fought Propeller Knight, who showed up on my ship after we grabbed a rose from this location. When I went back to my ship, Propeller Knight was there and he fought me. So I won't be able to show that fight, but I do have the original footage for that, which I'll put at the end of the episode if you want to see that. Unfortunately, I can't redo the boss fight because there's no, like, revert to a last save function or anything in Shovel Knight. So I'm going to redo these 2 levels, and then after redoing those 2 levels, we'll go play Propeller Knight in Joustus and beat him again, just so I can actually do that with commentary and explain my thought process. And then I'll put the raw footage that I have at the end of this video. So, long-winded explanation over. Let's go ahead and hop in. It was really unfortunate when I found out. Basically, it was just a weird editing mistake because I was doing something and I accidentally, like, messed with the wrong audio track, not realizing what I had done. And yeah, when I went back to it, it looked like the commentary track was messed up, so I actually lost that track because... So basically what happened is I was editing... I had 2 videos recorded, and... These jerks. I had 2 videos recorded. I had Shovel Knight episode 22 and 23, this being 23, and I was going to edit 22, but I accidentally got the Audacity file for 23. So once I realized my mistake, I was like, oh, well, let's go back and I'll just edit the correct one. So I just closed that without thinking. And when I did that, I had, like, deleted the commentary track. So I just lost that, oops. So I just lost that track and I just had the game audio. So I was like, well, I don't want to just upload an episode with game audio and that's it. So I thought I could at least redo the levels and show me having doing a completed Joustus match against Propeller Knight, and then I can just put the raw footage in at the end for anyone that wants to see that with no commentary. Probably the best way I could handle it, I guess. I mean, obviously I could have not messed it up in the first place, but these things happen sometimes. I am still getting used to everything. I don't have issues that often, though, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm just happy it wasn't the final episode. That will be... So, I mentioned at the end... Well, I mentioned at the end that no longer exists, that the next episode will probably be the last episode of King Knight. So, we don't have much more to go, in all honesty. But, enough talking about that. Let's just talk about the levels. So... This one was very neat. I enjoyed it quite a lot. You had it kind of have this whole gimmick going on of the ladders, which makes it pretty fun. The movement's a little weird sometimes, but it's neat and it's different. So I enjoyed it for that. It can be pretty difficult at times because you can only move left or right when you're on the ladders. You can't, like, just hop off of them and control where you want to go, which can make it a little bit weird. But other than that, it feels great. You're just kind of limited in your mobility, which can make it a bit more difficult. If I could stop falling. Jeez. I'm just like a pinball getting knocked all around the screen. Alright, go. Get out of here, rat. So, but yeah, Propeller Knight, like, playing him in cards, it didn't take me too many tries. I guess I can just cover that more when I actually go to dual Propeller Knight again. But this level and the level that I did were super neat. They seem to be some of the last levels in the game, so they're still introducing new mechanics even at the end. I guess a benefit to this is by redoing these levels I may actually get enough money to get all of the fancy upgrades. So I can't... Did we... I think we've already gotten one medal this level. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's one right here that I haven't gotten yet. So I can just go ahead and grab the shadows of them. It's times like these that I wish Shovel Knight did have like a real save system, so that if something ever did happen, I could just revert to a prior save and be good. Damn it. I did have basically this much trouble the first time I played it as well, if I remember correctly. Just because you're stuck on these ladders basically the entire level. There's a lot of things trying to murder you while you're on said ladders, just to be annoying. They're kinda jerks. But, it's fine. I still think it's a pretty neat level. But yeah, this is about all this level has going on for it. It's basically just a bunch of moving ladders. That's why it is called the Moving Ladder Factory, I suppose. And pay attention to the enemies that are in this level, because this is a lot of the cards that Propeller Knight uses in his little duel. So you'll be seeing a lot of these later, I guess. Okay, so we did get that medal last time, so we don't have to get it this time. This jerk. There we go. I think that's what I did the first time I did this. Damn it. I really thought I was going to catch that ladder before I died. Alright, well, we gotta be safe now. If I remember correctly, this is the final screen. I realize this is some of the only, like, non-blind content on my entire channel. Oh, this jackass. Die. Thank you. Okay, so this is a bit weird. The way I did this before was way different than I'm about to do it right now. The last medal is all the way over there. And I actually don't know how I'm gonna get it. But as you can see over there, there's like a little window. If we can make it over there, I think this may be my best bet. There we go. Yeah, that was the best bet to get in here for sure. Alright. So now we have to deal with a bunch of rats while we're on these ladders. So we just have to get across the screen a bit by bouncing off the walls here. And bam. That's a treasure chest for us, with a medal inside of it. So there's our third medal. I believe I got them all. We at the very least saw the other one, even if I didn't actually pick up the shadow. So that's that level. There was not an alt exit in that one, if I remember correctly. Just verify, yeah. So there we go, we have all three medals. I'm not going to fight that gem that's walking around, we're just going to go ahead and hop into this level, which I really, really enjoyed, actually. This one I was very, very into. The gimmick is just really cool, and it's not like many other things that we've seen. So you jump in these, and they basically act as portals. So it creates a nice little weird level where, as far as I know, this is the only time this mechanic's used. It seems like a very King Knight-centric mechanic. It's very neat, though. I like it quite a bit. Getting portals into our Shovel Knight. So, you may have noticed over there, there's a little something right there. If we go ahead and hit that, it opens up the path to a challenge area, I guess is the best thing to call them. So now we're gonna have to take some very brave dives and just kind of jump up back and forth through our tornadoes here. And boom, there's another medal for us. I almost forgot to hit the wall, because you can't actually jump in these unless you are doing the little twirly. That's how you actually travel in them. So there we are. Now we come up here, bounce off that bad boy. And here we are. So once again, hop into this. Collect a bunch of moolah. Here's our friend the wing drake. The annoying asshole, as it were. I actually think I was supposed to use him to get up there. Or I can just do that. Cool. That works out. Alright. So now, we just go on our merry way. How many medals is that? I think it's 2. Man, can't count. And don't know how to successfully save my audio, I guess. There we are. So yeah, it's a pretty neat level with a lot of jumping around and everything. I remember this particular medal I would have easily missed, but if you notice... let me get a good shot of it. So right here, you can just kind of dance on this. That is where our medal is, and we have to go up here, jump, and do the twirly to get down there and get it. Which leads us over here to an area you couldn't even see, because it was off screen. Oh wait, that's not a medal. That's just money? Okay, never mind, I'm totally wrong. Huh. Usually something like that is the medal. Weird. I also really liked this enemy. It's just a cool enemy. It's like a weird dragon knight. I like him quite a lot. Drake knight, I'm not really sure what you would call him. I forget the difference between wyverns, dragons, and drakes. I think he technically qualifies as a drake because he has 2 wings and 2 legs. I think wyverns just have like all wings basically, and a dragon has wings and 4 limbs. Oh wait, that's where something is. And I die now. Yeah, I die now. Goodbye, cruel world. My rats tried to save me, but they could not. Poor little rats. They just wanted to save their dad. Oop, don't break that, please. I need that. Alright, don't really have to deal with you this time. Well, I still have to deal with you, but I don't really have to kill you. Though, looks like you're kind of forcing me since you're guarding the exit. There we go. Alright, so now we're back over here. Do that correctly this time, and then hop back onto this ladder. Hello, Wing Drake. Alright, so over here. Now we just hop a bunch. Like a little roulette of these things. And we just slowly go up the screen. Like I said, this level's really neat. Like it does some cool things. I gotta hand it to it. And if I remember correctly, the screen stops once we get up here. Come back, please. Thank you. There we are. So there's that level. I hope Jeez. I really need to take a better count of those medals to make sure I got them all. Like, actually on screen. I believe I did. So there we go. Those are the 2 levels that I did. I hope I got everything correct. Once again, very sorry about losing that audio. Just an unfortunate mistake on my part. So now, we are going to go back and we are going to fight Propeller Knight. So what happened basically is that area to the left over there on the map, there was an area and it just had a single rose sitting in a treasure chest. And I was like, huh, I wonder what in the world that is used for. So I came back here, and when I came back here, Propeller Knight was invading, and as you can see, he messed up the ship. There were enemies running around, but I didn't really see a lot of the enemies because basically all I did was walk right here. And Propeller Knight was chilling right there, and I fought him in like an aerial battle. You can see that in the footage at the end of this if you would like to see it, but for now, I'm going to go do the last thing that we need to do in this like little catch-up episode, I guess. We need to go up here, and we need to beat up. He's not here. Damn it. Damn you, Propeller Knight, just show up. I think if I leave the screen and come back, a new person comes, yeah. So I can kind of just do this until I get the knight that I want. Plague. I mean, it's gonna go through all of them, right? I haven't had a duplicate yet. There's Tinker. There's Propeller Knight. So the thing about Propeller Knight is that Propeller Knight uses a lot of Cascade cards. And due to that, I went and got a lot of new cards in my deck. So I got this one. I basically just went over to Chester and did the rolls. I got the Dinghy Dropper, Hurls Filger, the Birder Bearer, a Float Small. I just wanted to get more cards like that in my deck, because they're quite good. And I also found out that King Pridemoor, Birder, and Triple King are not very useful in this particular battle, so I took them out as well. You'll see why they're not useful in just a second. Surprised to see me here? You should know I'm far too charming to be kept away for long, ho ho. A glass of juice, my friend, to flight, to conquest, to Joustus. I'm very sad that my commentary for his voice wasn't saved, because I was pretty proud of that. So, this is the reason that I said the various king cards, like King Pridemoor, Triple King, and King Birder, weren't very useful in this particular fight. Because mainly they're used to knock people into the graveyard, I find, and they can't really do that here. So as you can see on his side of the field, he has a lot of Cascade cards. So yeah, we're gonna want to... I'm gonna go ahead and just toss Polar Knight into a pit. He's not super useful right now. Let's just go ahead and get rid of him, why don't we? And... Don't really think... Let's just toss you in there, I guess. You're a Cascade card, so I hate to throw you out, but sometimes you gotta. So if I do that, I think I have that gem on lockdown now unless he blows it up, because he can't actually push it any direction. So that gem should be mine now, which is very nice. Now, if I could just get another Cascade card to push another card of his over there, it'd be nice. Well, I can't really do much with you. I could do that, I suppose. So if I push you here, no one can push you up, no one can push you down, and no one can push you to the left. So that's yet another card for me. I mean, another gem for me. I might actually gem sweep him this time. That'd be nice. Okay, no. So, he's got that one for sure. Unfortunately. But there's not really much he can do now. We just kind of have to wait for the match to end at this point. So when I first played him, I got wrecked pretty hard. Just because anytime I put down a card, he would basically just annihilate everything. So it wasn't great. It was not great for me. But I basically won this same exact way. I just kind of forced cards onto the board, used some Cascade cards in good positions, and just swiped up all the gems, and he couldn't do anything about it. So I think the last time I got a Planto. So it's actually very, very good that I played him again, because now I can actually get his unique card, Propeller Knight. Which is an amazing card, I should say. So there we go. And that should be everything that I did in that episode. We can go ahead and put Propeller Knight into our deck. So at least we did do something new in this particular episode, like this re-recording. We got this card, which is super good. I probably would have replayed him at some point just to get that card anyway. Because yeah, it's a powerful boy. Look at that. So there we go. There's our full deck. And I think that's really all we need to do. I guess I can go back to the map and show you what it looks like now, and show you what we have left to do. I don't think we have any knights left to fight, really. Just bounced off the Triple King. Sorry, Triple King. So. The stupid gem. So this is where we found the rose that made Propeller Knight attack. We went there and it's just a single chest with a rose in it, that's it. And I was like, and it was like, the rose. It's for lovers or something like that. And that's basically all that happened. I guess we can do this gem encounter this episode. Hooray, new content. Whoop. Well, this is an interesting one. I don't think I've ever seen these, like, weird birder platforms. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this particular enemy that we just saw, what's-his-face Knight using. Propeller Knight. Well, this is a neat little money grinding level. Wonder what was up there. It's just a bunch of birders. Okay, I was kind of hoping I could, Can I... Thank you. I just wanted that money. That's all. That one seems like it never stops spewing electricity, so I should be careful of that. Looks like I can still kill it with my, like, little hit sparks, though. So that's neat. I see you. Oh, that's not a secret. I thought it was. Kinda looked like one. There we go. Ow. Please don't do that. Thank you. It is cool that you can kind of bounce off the sides of these platforms. Also getting a ton of money from this. Well, we're not going for that last gem. So yeah, I actually avoided that in the original recorded episode, so hey, at least we did that now. So it looks like there's only 2 levels left now. Looks like we have the Flying Machine Heavyweight Heights, and we have the battle against Birder himself. So I'm going to go ahead and put the original raw recorded footage that I had in here next, so if you want to check out any of the things I talked about, you can just go there. Again, apologies for the inconvenience with this, but it was a mistake on my part, sometimes happens. But regardless, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time.